Hey, welcome back to CDF Doors. My name is Wayne, I'm your host, and we're going to talk about installing a storefront door with pivots today. Get ready to install the storefront door. The first thing that you got to do is make sure that your measurements are right. Make sure that the frame fits inside of the rough opening. We're going to measure the width and the height of your rough opening. The next thing is to start setting your frame up. Take it out of the box, set it down, get it all in this position. Your head at the top, your side jambs, and then your threshold at the bottom. And then we'll start the assembly process. And we'll start at one corner and work our way all the way around until we have the frame completely as one unit. Start putting the screws and putting this frame together. So we're going to start off with the top, one of the top corners. And so as we get ready, we're going to put them in the bottom holes of this frame. So I got in the hole here. I'm not going to put it all the way together because I got to be able to make sure that it's going to fit this port. And so when I do that, now I can see that it's going to be in there and it's fitting. Then I go in and I start putting it in. Before I get that one all the way done, I'm going to make sure I got the second one in, just to make sure that we're good to go all the way around. I got it fit because I can see it from that side. So once you've attached the top part of the frame and you move down to the pivots and get ready to attach the threshold to it, we're working on a double frame today. So when we do it, we're going to have the pivot is going to attach to the frame, and then the threshold lays on top and attaches from the top of the threshold into the pivot. So once you have the frame completely assembled, we also provide a backing plate for the back that gives you a lot of sturdiness to the frame. Some competitors don't do that. That's something that we do on every frame that we sell and make sure that we take really good care of our customers. So when you get ready and you get the frame all the way completed, pop that backer plate in. It'll give it a lot of strength and durability, and then you're ready to set that frame into the opening. Hey, now that you have your frame completed, do one more check before you get it all put it in there. You want to make sure that your measurements on your frame and your rough opening match. You don't need your rough opening to be any less than your frame. I can promise you that. So do that double check, and then just get ready to set the frame and the opening. So now that you have your frame in the opening, the next thing to do is make sure everything's level. So what we want to do is take our level. We try to recommend to use the longest one that you can use in here. Just make sure that the whole frame jamb is completely level, and so we'll start off with that. So as you can see, we got a good bulb right there. Everything looks level on that. So this side is good to go. We're going to do this side. Look there, like socks on a rooster. That's perfect. We're going to do the top. Make sure that we're good where the doors are. And there we go. Now that we can see that we have all three sides are level, it's time to start anchoring. So the first step is make sure you have the screws, make sure you got a good impact to get it going, and then we're going to start off with the top corners on each side. Leave a little bit of space in there for that, for adjustment. Get the top two in there. I would double check if I were you. That's usually what I'll do. Just make sure everything's good, because it might pull it at times. Yep, still good there. And still good there. Now sometimes they say measure twice and cut once. That's how it is with this too. You get all your measurements right, you get everything level. When you get ready to hang your door, the thing will go in nice and easy, and you'll have great reveals and a great install. Now the next thing we're doing is we're going to do the bottom two. Now we're ready to go to the next step. So before you get ready to install the doors, it's very important that you make sure that you put a shim underneath the bottom pivot. A lot of times people will not do that. That pivot is designed to help hold the door and move it at maximum capacity, but the problem is it's a lot of weight on that door, and it's more weight on the door than that pivot can handle. So if you shim it properly, you'll always have a good install. Hey, so as we get ready to make adjustments, or you get ready to hang your door and you need to make adjustments after it's hung, at your bottom pivot, you have an opportunity that you can twist the bolt down here. It either raises it up or lowers it down. So that gives you your adjustment. If you have a tight reveal at the top or too much of a gap at the top, you can make adjustments on this bottom pivot. So now that you have your pivot shimmed, it's time to install the door. You start off and you put the bottom pivot in first. You install the door on the bottom pivot first. Then as you put it up, the top pivot acts kind of like a plunger. So you push it up and you slide the door in and let it pop back in place. And now both pivots are holding, and you should have a good door right there ready to open and close. You double check it, you just swing it in, and once it's in place, you can check your reveal all the way around just to see if you've got a good opening. So once you have your door installed and it's on the top and the bottom pivot, you'll want to close the door, make sure that you have the right reveal at the top and on the side. If everything is matching and it looks really good to you, then it's time to install the stops on the frame. So we're going to start with the top jamb first because the sides will butt up against it. If you put the sides in first and then you try to do the top, you're going to have a pretty difficult time getting it in. So always make sure that you start with the top stop first. So now it's time to start installing the sides. So we'll do it. Always make sure that your gasketing is facing towards the doors. Super important. We also have this curved piece right here that's coming out, this radius, and it's got to fit inside of this groove. So you want to start with that side first. So we'll get that in, and as when we get that in, then we'll start getting the other side bent in over it. Now that you got your stops installed, your doors up and going, you got your frame anchored into place and everything is looking good, it's time to finish out the rest of the hardware. Good thing for you, when you buy from CDF, we already install the hardware for you, most of it except for like the closer or the sweep. So now it's just the time to screw the sweep at the bottom, make sure you get it in there and it closes up that gap nice and tight, and then put your closer in and you're ready to go. Hey, after you get your product and you get ready to install your door, we're also sending you some install instructions, and they're a large format 36 by 52 piece of paper. It's got all the instructions of how to install your door, whether you're going to do a metal door, wood door, or storefront door. If you have issues or have any problems, we also have a troubleshooting guide down at the bottom of it with the QR code. Feel free to check those out if you're having those issues, and it'll tell you which ones that you might have that we can help you with, and we'll help with some troubleshooting guides from there. Got a great install? Now we move on to the next door. Thank you for visiting CDF Doors. Come see us. We'll be happy to help you. We'll help you through the whole process. Check out our install guide. You can see anything that you need. If you got a troubleshoot, we're here for you. Thank you.